From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
At 8 p.m. tonight, Pakistan admits and confesses that India rejected any third-party mediation. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, the Chief Justice of India sparks controversy with the Ask Lord Vishnu remark, Hindu devotees demand answers. And at 9 p.m. tonight, I am joined by some very, very special and remarkable guests on #India Needs Modi as Prime Minister Modi celebrates and the world celebrates his 75th birthday. And ladies and gentlemen, the big story is that for all the people who ever doubted the position that India took, the position that Prime Minister Narendra Modi took, that there will be no mediation. No American third-party mediation is neither wanted nor warranted. And that is what we told Trump when he wanted to mediate, and that is why Trump was wrong and Trump was lying when he was saying all along that he had a role to play in ending the conflict between India and Pakistan. The fact of the matter is, the Pakistanis called our DGMO and asked for a ceasefire, and we obliged. And that is the end of the matter. Now, viewers, Ishaq Dar, who is the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Pakistan, has confirmed that India categorically refused third-party mediation during this military conflict. In fact, he said that the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio tried to facilitate talks on May 10th and July 25th. And Pakistan told America, yes, we want mediation. But according to Ishaq Dar, India maintained a rigid position that this is a bilateral issue, we don't need the Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, coupled with the fact that Jaish commander Ilyas Kashmiri yesterday also exposed the ISI and said that the entire base of the Jaish in Bahawalpur had been completely destroyed. Ladies and gentlemen, this proves that we brought Pakistan to their knees. Remember this soundbite of Major Tahir Iqbal a few days before the Pakistanis went crying to the Americans. Very senior former army officer and parliamentarian in tears while we were bombing them. Just for a recap, let's play it out.
रब काबा हम तेरे आगे दरख्वास्त करते हैं इस मुल्क के हिफाजत फरमाना जो तूने हमें अता किया है और ये नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की दुआओं का है आपने कायदे आज़म को इंग्लैंड में मुलाकात की ख्वाब में आए और उनको कहा कि जाओ वापस और जाके पाकिस्तान का मामला हल करो कि अल्लाह पाक ने ये हमें अता किया है और अल्लाह पाक इस मुल्क की हिफाजत फरमाएंगे दुनिया में जहां भी देखें शायद हमारी कमी है हम मजबूर हैं हम गुनाहगार हैं लेकिन रब्बे काबा हम तेरे हबीब के उम्मती हैं खुदा का वास्ता हमसे रहम का मौला फरमा आप चले जाएं उधर फिलिस्तीन में चले जाएं कश्मीर में चले जाएं जहां भी जाएंगे मुसलमानों के साथ वो ऐसे रो रहा है जो हम सोच भी नहीं सकते हैं तो तू हमें माफ कर दे हम तेरे आगे सर झुकाते हैं माफी मांगते हैं नहीं इसमें दो राय नहीं है मौला कि हम बड़े गुनाहगार हैं लेकिन तेरी रहमत बहुत वसी है.
So that is the kind of panic that was there in Pakistan. That's when they started dialing America. And the Americans kept thinking that they would find a role for themselves in the process. But there was no role, ladies and gentlemen, and there was absolutely no opening that we left for them. The Americans kept wanting to intervene. But as Ishaq Dar has himself said today, India remained absolutely unswerving on the matter, saying there's no possibility of a reconciliation or third-party mediation. All of this while the Pakistanis themselves started questioning the Pakistanis. This is Imran Khan's sister. Listen to her.
तो सही, क्योंकि आपको शायद जंग का पता नहीं, मेरे हस्बैंड एयरफोर्स में थे, मेरे बहनोई भी एयरफोर्स में थे। ये जो क्लेम कर रहे हैं कि इन्होंने जहाज गिराए हैं, वो जो नवाज शरीफ की हुकूमत क्लेम कर रही है ना, तो यहाँ पे ड्रोन अंदर आ रहा है, मतलब इंडिया से अंदर पिंडी तक पहुँच रहे हैं। पिंडी तक पहुँचे कैसे?
So when there was so much pressure building up internally, at that point of time, the Pakistanis need to do what they're always experts at. They needed to issue a flat, white lie. So they lied to the world that America intervened. This is as big a lie as the fact that they have no links between the ISI, the Pakistani establishment and the terrorist groups. Remember, Pahalgam attack mastermind Saifullah Kasuri was cited in a public rally in Pakistan with Talha Saeed, the son of UN designated terrorist Hafiz Saeed, and Punjab Assembly Speaker Malik Ahmad Khan. Those are the pictures that I showed you. That's how openly Pakistan lies. Remember their lie on Osama bin Laden? We don't know where Osama bin Laden is. We have no idea about his whereabouts. And you know that Osama bin Laden was caught living right next to a Pakistani army headquarters under Pakistani army protection. That was his house. So the Pakistanis lied. They lied also about Kassav. They said, we know nothing about Kassav. But their own channel, Geo News, traced him back to a Pakistani village. Ladies and gentlemen, the admission of Ishaq Dar is happening at a time when the Pakistanis are aware of the way in which we are building our military infrastructure, are extremely concerned that unless America is given a role in edgeways, with China not supporting them, with Russia looking the other way, they will have great trouble with Narendra Modi in charge, a prime minister who's absolutely razor clear about keeping the pressure on Pakistan. Just listen to him.
हमारे वीर जवानों ने पलक झपकते ही पाकिस्तान को घुटनों पर ला दिया। अभी कल ही देश और दुनिया ने देखा है, फिर एक पाकिस्तानी आतंकी ने रो रो कर अपना हाल बताया है। साथियों, ये नया भारत है। ये किसी की परमाणु धमकियों से डरता नहीं है। ये नया भारत है, घर में घुसकर मारता है।
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh gave a fierce response to those who propagated Trump's ceasefire claims.
कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो ये कहते हैं कि यह जो सीज फायर हुआ है भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच में किसी के हस्तक्षेप के कारण हुआ है। मैं साफ कर देना चाहता हूं, मेरे बहनों भाइयों, यह किसी के हस्तक्षेप के कारण हमारी आतंकवादियों के ऊपर जो कार्रवाई हुई थी वह स्थगित नहीं की गई थी। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर तो भी स्थगित है। आगे यदि कोई आतंकवादी वारदात होती है तो फिर से हमारा ऑपरेशन सिंदूर प्रारंभ होगा। मैं यह विश्वास के साथ मैं सारी देश की जनता को बताना चाहता हूं।
Rajnath Singh cited Pakistan's foreign minister's admission in an interview.
माफ कर देना चाहता हूं, मोहम्मद इसाक डायर जो कि पाकिस्तान के डिप्टी प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं और फॉरेन मिनिस्टर हैं, उन्होंने भी साफ कहा है कि इंडिया रिजेक्टेड थर्ड पार्टी रोल टू एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट।
Speaking to a foreign media, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar made a huge admission. Ishaq Dar said that US Secretary of State Marco Rubio told him that India does not agree to any third-party mediation and has insisted that the matter is a bilateral issue. Citing Dar's statement, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju hit out at the opposition. He asked the opposition whether they will apologize.
Donald Trump has said 29 times. 29 times he said, 29 बार उन्होंने बोला कि भैया मैंने सीज फायर करवाया। अच्छा, अगर वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं तो अपने भाषण में यहां प्रधानमंत्री कह दें कि वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं। यहां पे अगर दम है तो यहां पे प्रधानमंत्री बोल दे कि ट्रंप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
Despite opposition's targeted attack on Trump's ceasefire claims, government has maintained that the talks were held directly between India and Pakistan's DGMO. It cannot get bigger and clearer than this.
Masjid the same है सारा.
Can the opposition admit and apologize to the nation?
Now, we have with us Adnan Haidar, he's a Pakistani journalist. We have Uzma Kardar, PMLN leader. We have Professor Madhav Nalapat from Thiruvananthapuram, acclaimed geostrategic expert. Now, Uzma Kardar, your foreign minister and deputy prime minister is saying that America was not allowed to intervene by India. He says India is a very obstinate country. They are not allowing the Americans to intervene. But Trump is saying that I intervened. But Pakistan is saying that we have been trying to get the Americans to intervene. But they are not letting anyone intervene, which means that you have lied in the past. You are thanking America for saving you. But now you are saying that America failed to convince India. Ye sari cheezein, all these things, Professor Nalapat, are on record from this man. His name is Ishaq Dar. I think he's their foreign minister. And he has given an interview where he is saying that we are trying to convince the Americans to try and tell India to allow intervention, but India is refusing to listen to the Americans, listen to anyone. So, Madhav Nalapat, what does this prove?
Arnab.
Let Madhav Nalapat go first and then you come in, Uzmaji.
I simply want to say that I think they believe that if you repeat a lie long enough and loud enough, it will be accepted as truth. But now I would like to thank the Pakistan Deputy Prime Minister for speaking the truth. And that's what a leader should do, speak the truth to his or her own people. And the Pakistan Deputy Prime Minister has correctly said India did not accept third-party mediation, something that India has made very clear for a very long time. There's no question of third-party mediation because this is a matter to be settled between two subcontinental cousins, India and Pakistan. We are born from the same country, Hindustan, and we were partitioned in 1947. And any dispute that we have, there's no need to bring in outside mediation. There's only need to discuss among ourselves. And from our point of view, the Prime Minister wanted to show that India can inflict a bitter lesson on Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. And once that was made clear, he ceased fire. There's no need of Donald Trump or anybody else. He did it on his own. And I think that proves very clearly that the intent of India is not to harm Pakistan, contrary to the opinions expressed by several of my friends from Pakistan. It is not to harm Pakistan. It is purely to ensure that Pakistan does not harm itself by harming India. Because eventually, I can tell you, Arnab, unless the Pakistan and India have got good relations with each other, the prosperity of Pakistan will be a pipe dream. And today, Pakistan is having very high inflation. It's having a high rate of joblessness. Its provinces are basically getting very upset with the army, frankly, not the central authority. And this is all happening in plain sight because of a faltering economy. And the reason for the faltering economy is that what
Yes.
General Eisenhower, the military-industrial complex, is grabbing the lion's share of the resources of the country.
Now, what this also proves is that, what this also proves, I have General Bakshi also joining us. General Bakshi, very interesting development today, that Ishaq Dar is saying that I keep going to the Americans and telling them, please talk to India, please explain to India not to hurt us. But India is refusing to talk to the Americans on this subject, saying it's bilateral. Now, Uzma Kardar, this proves your deputy prime minister is saying, therefore, that your prime minister was lying. One of them is a liar.
Okay.
One of them is a liar. You agree with me? Because they're saying two different things. One of them is a liar.
With due apologies, I think I have to say that the crushing defeats that you people have suffered in your so-called Operation Sindoor and the
you saw what happened yesterday. Bahawalpur was destroyed and Jaish-e-Mohammed chief comes and says, Pura Bahawalpur barbad kar diya. Come on now, you know, you crybabies.
I think that has really...
crybabies, beggars, beggars with a begging bowl.
That has disturbed your mental equilibrium.
Shahbaz Sharif got kicked at the SCO. I feel so bad for you. Now tell me, why was this the case? No, why was this the case? General Bakshi. General Bakshi, they made all the claims, but now they are saying, we must get the Americans to convince the Indians to talk to us. Why do they want to beg the Americans to beg them to talk to us? General Bakshi is on the debate. General Bakshi.
The rest of the world.
Arnab, the Pakistani foreign minister himself.
You were brought to
Madam, with your kind permission, I don't yell at a lady.
Power of Pakistan.
Thank you.
Carry on, General Bakshi. She won't stop. You know her. She won't stop, but you got to carry on.
Arnab.
She's like that only.
Arnab, as I was saying, the Pakistani foreign minister himself today, Ishaq Dar has agreed that I asked Marco Rubio where are the talks and discussions between India and Pakistan, and he said, look, India has said that they will not accept second party, third party mediation. It will have to be between India and Pakistan. It will have to be bilateral. That is the Indian stand. And they are not prepared to budge from it. We've tried our bit. I'm sorry, it's not working. That was the American reaction to Pakistan. I don't know why the lady is getting near hysterical. But the fact of the matter is, that is the truth. India did not budge from its very principled stand. It is Pakistan which had gone crying, begging to America to get its chestnuts out of the fire. They were in trouble. Why did your people have to go to the United States? Because you were in serious trouble. 10th of May, and the Pakistani Air Force had ceased to fly over its own airspace. Noor Khan, the command and control center, had been knocked out. Murid, the command and control center for drones, had been destroyed. 4 Pakistani bases from where your fighter bombers could have taken off were cratered. Rahim Yar Khan is still non-ops, right? We'd hit your hangars at Jacobabad and also at Bolari. 1 AVAC, 4 F-16s at Bolari, another 8 almost AVACs were destroyed in Jacobabad. Apart from, don't forget about the planes that we destroyed on the ground, including the IL-78 refueler, C-130 transport, 1 more, 5 jet fighters in the air, thanks to the S-400s, 1 AVAC, shot down at a record range of 316 kilometers. 316 kilometers, it was taken out of, shot out of the sky. And after that, any Pakistani aircraft that tried to fire standoff cruise missiles towards, the Indian air bases were blasted out of the sky.
So let's limit ourselves.
You could not fly your planes. Your drones.
1 minute. Usma started again now. There's no need. She's starting again, General Bakshi.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
1 minute. Adnan, I got to control Usma here. See, Adnan, let's look at it logically out here. You're a journalist.
I have some.
Please take a look at the Maxar satellite photograph.
Just 1 point. Just 1 point. Okay, listen. Adnan, just 1 point to you. I know you have to go. Listen to me here. Listen, just 1 point to you, Adnan. 1 point to you, Adnan, and then I'll hand it over to you. See, Asif Munir said that we have not asked the Americans to help us. Okay? Shehbaz Sharif says that the Americans help us and actually have helped us, saved us from the Indians. But Ishaq Dar is saying that we are telling the Americans to help us, but the Indians are not listening to them. So who are we supposed to believe from your end, man?
Please. There is no claim from Pakistani side. Yes, Trump claimed many times that he intervened. So you are portraying a wrong narrative. And come on the point. Who is the biggest liar on earth? Narendra Modi is the biggest liar on earth. He said, he and Amit Shah.
Adnan. Adnan, your Bunyane-Masood is a bloody disaster. Your Bunyane-Masood is a bloody disaster, listen to me. Now listen to me. Don't get worked up. आप गुस्सा क्यों हो रहे हैं? आपकी फौज नाकाम है, तो मैं क्या करूं? आपकी फौज नाकाम है तो मैं क्या करूं? अरे भाई आप समझ नहीं रहे हो. आपके 3 लोगों में से सही कौन बोल रहा है, गलत कौन बोल रहा है? आपके शहबाज शरीफ एक चीज बोलते हैं, आसिफ मुनीर एक चीज बोलते हैं, अब ये दार घुस गए, दार तीसरी चीज बोल रहे हैं. कौन सही बोल रहा है, कौन गलत, बताइए मुझे, पूछता है बात. 3 लोग 3 वर्जन बोल रहे हैं.
साबित करूंगा नरेंद्र मोदी सबसे बड़ा झूठा है.
अबे आप भाई प्लीज फर्स्ट डिसाइड, अपने बीच में डिसाइड करो. आप अपने बीच में डिसाइड कीजिए.
नरेंद्र मोदी ने नहीं कहा था.
अरे भाई नरेंद्र मोदी की बात छोड़िए, आप पहले अपने बीच में डिसाइड कीजिए कि क्या बोल रहे हैं आप. अरे भाई आप क्या बोल रहे हैं, आप डिसाइड कर लीजिए ना. आप डिसाइड कर लो.
घर चले जाओ.
क्या देखो, दिस मैन इज गॉन.
घर चले जाओ. उसने यशवंत सिन्हा को कहा
जनरल बख्शी देखिए हाउ ही इज बिहेविंग.
घर चले जाओ. आज 75
कोई कहीं नहीं जा रहा है.
क्या कल मोदी घर जाएगा?
अरे भाई आपको मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ आप समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. आप देखिए, जो भी आपके साथ हमने किया, बुरा किया, अच्छा किया एक्चुअली, आपके साथ बुरा हुआ. अभी आप जनरल बख्शी,
चीफ को अपने पास बुलाया.
अब जनरल बख्शी ये हिस्टेरिकल क्यों हो रहे हैं?
मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ.
जनरल बख्शी आप देख रहे हैं इनकी बिहेवियर.
हौसला रखो. सबसे बड़ा झूठा खुद.
आप इसके बिहेवियर को देखिए.
देखिए साहब, जस्ट काम डाउन.
पहले कैसे
take a deep breath, check your blood pressure, it needs to be checked. At this stage. You burst an artery, man. Just calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down. He say आपको calm down करने को बोल रहे हैं. आपके फेफड़े ना टूट जाएंगे. आपके फेफड़े जो है, your lungs are going to collapse. अभी तो हमने कराची को मारा भी नहीं. आपका क्या है प्रॉब्लम?
अरे साहब आप चिल्ला क्यों रहे हैं ना? I can understand what you are saying.
पाकिस्तानी को
calm down.
आप गीता में हाथ रख के कहें. क्या मैं हक दे रहा हूं कि नरेंद्र मोदी सबसे बड़ा झूठा है? नरेंद्र मोदी ने नहीं कहा था कि 75 साल के
क्या किया जाए इनका? आई मीन आई एम टेलिंग देम कि मैंने तो
इशाक दार नरेंद्र मोदी हवा जैसे
इशाक दार को
है क्या?
जनरल बख्शी आप यू कंट्रोल हिम.
हम आपसे सीधा पूछ रहे हैं. देखिए जनाब, पहले समझ लीजिए ना क्या डिस्कस क्या हो रहा है. आप सिर्फ चिल्ला रहे हैं. समझ लीजिए डिस्कस क्या हो रहा है. हम कह रहे हैं कि आपके पाकिस्तान के लीडरान 5 आदमी 5 अलग चीजें बोल रहे हैं. We just want to know which is your true standpoint. We just trying to understand that. आप उसमें इतना हाइपर होने की क्या जरूरत है? आपका तो साहब इस तरह आर्टरी फट जाएगी यार. बस फट जाएगी तेरी यार, इस तरह चिल्ला रहे हैं. आप शांति रखो. हमको बताइए, आपसे अर्नब सीधा सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कि भाई आपके 5 लीडर हैं, वो 5 अगर अलग बातें बोल रहे हैं, which one of them, please help us, madam. This colleague of yours seems to have gone bonkers.
फौज की टैक्टिक्स देख के आपके तो सारे राफाइल जो है हमने जमीन पोस्ट कर दिए, सब गिरा दिए। अभी तो शुक्र करें सिर्फ 5 आपके हमने जहाज गिराए। गिराने को हम आपके 15 जहाज गिरा सकते थे, लेकिन हमको रहम आ गया आपके ऊपर, क्योंकि आप सफेद झंडे लहरा रहे होते थे हर अपने कैंप से के खुदा के लिए आप जंग बंद कर दो, हम आपका सामना
now why are the General Bakshi, this is amusing. General Bakshi को हंसी आ रही है.
Please, you are a mazaqul person. Please tell us, there are 5 Pakistani leaders talking at 6s and 7s.
Correct.
They are mentioning 5 different things. One says, we went to America. The other says, no, you went to America. The third says, America told us India is not listening to us. You know, the fourth one says that we pressurized India through United States. I mean, what is the truth? What is your standpoint? Madam, we can argue once we understand what is your viewpoint. Which one of your 5 Pakistani leaders is saying the truth? I mean, you can't all be...
let me tackle this. Osma ji.
You can't all be right.
Osma ji, can I try once? Madhav, I'll try there. Osma ji, listen to me. I am talking to you.
मार्शल जब गए वहां पे तो इतना जबरदस्त उनका स्वागत हुआ था। अब आपके तो पेट में दर्द
Madhav, what are we to do with this right now? You know, they're talking at 6s and 7s.
Arnab,
They have a unified communication strategy.
The lady may please calm down for a
She
little
won't.
while.
She's too excited. You speak. I'll control her later. You speak.
Elementary courtesy. We never stopped her. I'd only like to point out, Arnab, there's something called Dutch courage. You imbibe a certain substance and then you do things which you would not otherwise do. And I think the Dutch courage that Pakistan army had imbibed was actually Asim Muni's dinner at the White House with President Trump. And now they are face to face the fact that the same President Trump has called Prime Minister Modi up, and he was the first person to wish him on his birthday, the first foreign leader to wish him on his birthday. And he has made some very placatory gestures. Obviously, it is very clear, as far as the Indo-Pacific is concerned, whose side Pakistan is on. Pakistan is very definitely on China's side. There's no question about it. I mean, the Pahalgam attack could not have taken place without Chinese assistance on satellite, for example, artillery, and various other ways. So the reality is Pakistan is committed to China, whereas India, I can say, is committed to the independence of the Indo-Pacific. And that's why we signed the Quad agreement. That's why we signed the 4 foundation agreements with the United States. And I think that is the reality. And our Pakistani friends seem to have a lot of Dutch courage. But the reality is, frankly, a lot of that courage may have been wiped out by the reality of President Trump calling up Prime Minister Modi and PM Modi.
I think that Osma ji, I need to tell you, whatever has happened, I am not responsible for what your foreign minister said.
राफेल कंपनी के तो आपने तो बेड़ा गर्क कर दिया पूरी दुनिया में
I think
it's बाकी लोगों का भी
very crude arguments being presented by the
अब सिर्फ लोग पाकिस्तान की तरफ देखते हैं। अब पाकिस्तान रीजनल पावर है, अब इंडिया पिट गया है। इंडिया ने तो जो अब आप खेल के मैदान में भी आप यही ड्रामे कर
चलिए ठीक है, आप एंजॉय कीजिए। I leave you to your delight, your imagination. I thank you very much. I'm not going to waste more time on this. This is getting dangerous and it's going beyond certain levels of sanity.